Welcome to our very first casted game with the brand new and improved caster mode, only on the early access of the pup that I am so fortunate to have access to. Let's witness this great moment together. Oh, woo! Look at that. The folks over at Capture Age have done it again, teaming up with Relic. And it's beautiful. Poggers in the chat, and of course over on YouTube. I better see some hype down in the comments. Look at that. So we got Farmman Official. You could even scroll over his name. And we got Bidderlyn, the official map overlord. He designs a lot of the maps we have here. And they're going to be playing out here on, what map is this? Dry Arabia. And we've got, I guess, Ottomans versus the Delhi Sultanates. Now, we're all going to have our critiques on what can be improved, what could be changed, and I'm sure they're working on it as far as the UI goes. But let's explore what we have up here. So, what's this timer do? Oh! So it toggles it between how many villagers are there and how many... Okay, so that's interesting. So this is like 4 villagers are attached to food. This is 60 food coming in per minute. Now, I bet you there's hotkeys for some of this stuff, but I'll have to discover what that is. And let's hover over that Ottoman base. It looks like Farmman has opened up with the military school. Somebody paid attention to FitzBro's build order video. And, okay, so up at the top, we can have, it looks like, how many villagers are assigned, and then income per minute. You've got, oh, look, you can even, like, hover over them and get the tooltips. That's pretty neat. What does this mean? There's a little cog, and there's here. I think it means that once... So the top is that a spearman is in production, and the bottom will be once it's been trained. So there's a cog for how many is in production. So if there's like 10 in production, it'll be like 10, and then like 5 down the map. So that's pretty neat. Here in the middle, I gotta check to see what's clickable. You never know. I do think these flags need to be more prominent. Like even right here, it's very faded. I want it to be way more apparent what civs we have going on here. You have to it's kind of hidden right now, which I don't like. Oh, okay. I see. Look, an idle villager shows up right here. Look, 1 idle villager, 13 total. Now this is military count, so it's villager count up top, military count down at the bottom. So both have 2 military, I guess, and all in age 1. So that's kind of the top UI for the most part. We got our houses. I don't know where relics are going to go or if they're even in this overlay. I'm not seeing a spot for relics. Perhaps they'll show up later, or maybe it's just not there yet. I'm not sure where the relics are going to be. There's also the sacred sites. I wish I could talk to them to tell them, like, hey, go capture relics, go capture sacred sites in the lower left. So are they going to appear down here? That would someone maybe seen this, or maybe that was on the screen cap of this, the preview of this. So I guess there will be relics on there and sacred sites, I believe. Sounds like chat's saying. Oh, it's right here. Oh my gosh. I know I was looking at this and I was going to get to this section, but I was like, I'm so used to like, okay, there's no casting information down here. Yes, yeah, I mean, if it was a snake, it would have bit me, right? This is a scary skeleton. Look at that skull. Okay, so there's a relic count. There's a sacred site count. There's an army value, so how much... I don't know how this adds up to, like gold or just total resources. I don't know exactly how that works, but a total army value. And then destroyed value and worker kills is I think what this is. So I think the top number here is how much res you've destroyed or killed, units in value, and I think this is going to be how many workers you've killed. So that kind of looks like what this bottom panel is. Very useful information. Excited about this. So you can kind of see that blue has more army value right now. Okay, let's look at what else we can see. We can see that, look, oh, look, the landmark's being trained. You can really see the status. You know, this was kind of bugged before sometimes, the status, and you had to, like, switch to the player's perspective. Look, we can see not only that they're aging up, what they're aging up with, the process of being aged up, and how many villagers are building it. Oh, my gosh. This is going to take casting to the next freaking level. Like, I've been casting with all the shitty tools for a long time. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy getting to cast now with all this information that's going to be available. Oh my gosh, this is going to be great. So we see a little bit of a spearman duel. Delhi spearman and then Ottoman spearman. I wonder if there's any extra zoom modes. I was wondering if I could zoom extra in or out. I haven't even tried, I haven't really switched players' perspectives at all. I think all of this is basically remain the same from what I can see. I was hoping they would fix this little fog of war thing. Like, he's definitely scouted there's trees there, but it doesn't show up. So that'd be a cool thing to fix. But yeah, overall, Capture Rage team, I think it's done an excellent job. And we're a month out from Red Bull Wolo. I imagine they'll continue making tweaks to this, and it'll only get better and better and better. So shout out to them. Very excited to use this tool. As always, I would have loved to have this at launch, but better late than never. I give credit to devs who've been doing some excellent jobs. I've been so massively impressed by, since getting to play the pup, the new civilizations, the fact that they're going to be free. Talk about a great medium, public relations move. There was a huge sale for them. There's just so much good stuff going on with AoE4 right now. The balance is about as good as it's ever been. And yeah, they'll tweak the balance of these two civs. I've been enjoying the naval rework. I know some people say it's still not good, or they've got one opinion of the water, but as a person who kind of hated water, I've been enjoying playing water maps again, which has been really, really fun. And this Observer UI just blowing my mind. So absolutely awesome. So a lot of new things going on. We just got access to the pup again. So this is early access. I have to tell you, this is early access. So the content creator was fortunate to get a little bit of a sneak peek at this. And I don't know why, but I swear the panning feels smoother than the normal. Or I'm just losing my mind right now. But it just feels really smooth. I don't know if that's true. But I'm allowed to stream it, so that's very cool, and I expect you'll see probably your favorite content creators out there playing out on the ladder, which will be cool. The struggle is trying to find games to actually cast, because there's a lot of hidden match histories, but is what it is as they prepare for that Red Bull Wolo. Now, by the way, as we've been talking about the UI, Bidderlyn has been walling up as the Delhi Sultanate. As Farman tried a little early pressure. He has the military school, which, if you've been living under a rock for the Ottomans, they train these units for free with this building. But it takes time to train them. You can build a blacksmith to boost these rates, but there's kind of a little thing there. Now, I wonder if you could see the vizier point somehow for the Ottomans. It doesn't really seem like you can. So that could be something that maybe is added in. I don't see anywhere where you can click and see the different vizier options. So that is something that's very interesting. I'm getting asked, did Bidderlyn not finish Wheelbarrow? It's not showing up as completed. Was the Delhi? He did finish it. It is not showing. Yeah, I thought that would be a solid blue bar. Again, this is early access, so there might be some kinks in this. I wouldn't be surprised. It doesn't look like it's displaying the wheelbarrow appropriately, that's for sure, but probably little bugs. That's honestly might be why they gave me some early access, is to maybe find some of these things and report them, because they're busy build. It takes a lot of intricate hours of casting and being intimate with the tool itself, and yeah, hopefully I can provide some nice feedback for the developers. Okay, so Bidderlyn trying to take some map control, trying to get some sacred sites here. Is the Delhi always a good idea? Let's check out how these sacred sites show up. Okay, he just captured one, and we do in fact see that reflected right here on the bottom. You can see the top is sacred sites, the bottom is res per minute. Oh my gosh, look at that, 150 res per minute right now. You know how I've always been doing Fitz math on cast, trying to decide okay, how much res per minute is he getting? Well, now you know for sure. There's also the convert, I guess how many units have been converted. Now, did I somehow toggle this? I thought this was showing military value earlier. How did I change this? Wasn't this showing military value earlier? Or am I crazy? Maybe you have to click a certain building. No. I'm not really sure yet. I did the unknown hotkey. Yeah, I'll have to figure out the hotkeys, but If I click religious statistics... Oh! That's what it is. Okay, so if you're clicking this, switches between these two views. Interesting. Awesome. I'm sure there's probably hotkeys for this stuff too, which will be nice. Very cool. So yeah, this overlay is amazing. Loving it. This is just super pleasurable way to cast a game. It's way better than it was before. Now we do see, like, look, these are the completed texts here for that. So it just maybe is a bug for Wheelbarrow. I'm trying to think like what else might be missing. I think honestly, it's checked. Think of how little we had before. I guess seeing the wonder counter will be interesting. I also be interested to see if this will be made available for team games. I don't know if out of box, if it's going to be something that's going to work for teams or what that might look like. I wonder how I actually toggle back out of caster mode. I know I toggled into it, but I don't know how to toggle out of it. Not that I want to, but... Okay, so here's the real question. Which one of these do we keep it on? I think we got to keep it on overview statistics. And do we keep it on resources per minute or villagers on each resource? That's going to be up to you. Let me know, guys. YouTubers, down in the comments, let me know your favorite. Do you like resources per minute or how many units are on each of the... How many villagers on each of the resources? I button switches back. Ah, that is it. Toggles the regular UI. What does this do? Oh, that's speed. I thought that was going to zoom in on the map. I got so excited. I thought that was going to zoom in on the map. These look so much better than the stupid buttons we had before. This is great. You know, honestly, I kind of feel like the saddest part of it all is like... I mean, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Why couldn't... Like, Capture Age was a super popular thing for Age of Empires 2 long before AoE4 came out. Why... How did they not... identify this as a partnership and design this when the game launched? It seems like a no-brainer. Maybe they always planned to like, okay, we're going to do this when we do our first Red Bull Wolo. Maybe that was their plan, but man, it just... I feel like we've lost so much time to have something awesome like this, but you know, we'll think back on it. We won't even remember the days where we didn't have a UI. Okay, all 3 sacred sites being captured. Let's see, is there a timer somewhere for that? Is there a timer? Okay. Yeah, up at the top right, look. Sacred Site victory approaching. UI is also very sleek, by the way. The technology is there! The technology is there! We have a Sacred Site timer. Oh. I totally apologize to Farmman and Bidderlyn. We really haven't been casting their game. We've just been oohing and ahhing at this beautiful UI. It looks like Bidderlands is currently winning, I think, has the 3 sacred sites. Farmman has got to do something about that. Playing as the Ottomans up against Delhi Sultanate. Both players in H2. We heard that this tech was developed by NASA, you know? That's what the legends say. This was all developed by NASA. NASA scientists working hard around the clock for Red Bull Wolo. Farmman, you know what this unit does, right? You know what this does? It speeds up all of these buildings. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. But he's having a good time. He's got Sapahi. He's got archers. No Janissaries yet. I wish you could see the aura of the blacksmith when you clicked on it. I don't know if that's an observer thing or just a game feature, but like I should be able to see the aura. I think would be cool. For the Delhi, let's see if we can see theirs. Yeah, we can see theirs. Okay, that sacred site timer. We don't have to guess anymore. You know, the very first thing I want to do is like 8-person free-for-all. Let's see what it looks like. Does anybody know if this is only for 1v1s or if it works for teams too? I'm not sure. I can't. You know, there was a big announcement, but TLDR, I just looked at the pretty picture. It's only for 1v1. That's going to be the hardest thing. Like, going from this, like, oh no, how are we going to go back to not having this UI? But I'm sure they're working on something. Team games are trickier. This looks so nice. I'm just in awe. Okay, so we got some rams going down. Bidderlyn about to hit Farmman with the ramming. By the way, Bidderlyn, who worked on so many of those great community maps that we've featured on Red Bull Wolo and all of that, Road to Red Bull Wolo, he is now he got promoted. He works officially with the team, I believe, and I believe that's all public knowledge. So, congrats to him, and I think well-deserved as he's had so many great contributions to the community. Also, of course, a big shout-out to, I don't want to forget our unsung hero. I think it was Koosh AoE. He made all of that observer stuff for the back-end stuff that we've been using for all these months. I wish he could have been involved somehow in this project, but the Capture Age team seems to have been exclusively the ones that developed this UI. But, you know, don't want to go without thanks. Big thank you. I know the whole community is super, super appreciative of that. Okay, Bidderlyn, pushing the offensive here. Right now. Here comes some archers to defend. Can he hold this off? Ottoman archers. I'm like looking around. My eyes like don't know how to handle the fact. It's like information overload. I'm like looking for my like buttons I usually have and they just aren't there, but they're way better now. Let's look at the overview statistics. Look at these, the worker kills you can see. 20 blue villagers have died. You can see destroy value. Now, does this mean that like he's lost? I think this means he's lost 7,555 of value. I thought that might be like of the enemy they killed. But I think that's how that's reflected down there. Does this? No, I think this is, yeah, every time one of these dies, this number goes up. So this is how many villagers blue has lost. Yeah, that's what that is. And right now, not looking very good. I'm sorry. That's you're right. That's how many he's killed. I am looking at this backwards. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Cinematic. This is cinematic. Just same as usual. Blue is killing villas. Yeah. FitzBro, you're crazy. You've been streaming for 5 hours and you're saying things wrong the first time you looked at a UI. There we go, guys. It's the end of our very first casted game. It looks like Bidderlyn showing why he is the map master, taking the win here over the Ottomans. Let's see if there's any new post-game stuff. This all looks the same. Here's our timeline. Is there anything new here? I keep waiting for the day where you can scroll around here and it gives you precise numbers. But doesn't really look like it. So that is what it is. And statistics here. Let's see if anything new there. I'm not really seeing anything new. So yeah, there it is. Let me know, guys. You're watching this over on YouTube. What do you think about the brand new Observer UI for Age of Empires 4? I can tell you for one, I am super, super duper, mega super duper excited. If you enjoy the content, as always, hit subscribe, leave me a comment, join me over for a live stream, twitch.tv/FitzBro, and hope to see you for our next Casa game.